Day. What's up? I'm just doing a quick morning stream. I don't know who's tuning in, but we're gonna see who's gonna show up here. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. I just really want to get a session in with you guys, so y'all can just see a little more of what I do. Um, Sorry I haven't been as active as what I'm saying. I wish I could be. Just been busy working here and there, you know what I'm saying? Really busy, just getting stuff done. But we here right now, and as you know, it's time for the summer serenade. And also, I'm working on my man Geno Luc's project right now. Sorry, Geno, if you ain't heard from me, man. Just been busy with work, but I'm trying to get some sessions in. It's my man Geno Luc, but I'm about to do a production session on the SP404. If you're not familiar with the SP404, it's a really famous sampler used by many greats such as Dilla, Madlib, and many more. Let's see, MF Doom on the SP303, which we also have right here. Let me blow up the screen so y'all can actually see it better real quick. Hold up. Right there. All right. So we got the SP44 right here. The Alpha. This is one of the latest releases. Just one edition behind the Mark II, which came out a few years ago. And we got the 303 right here, which is a classic machine used by Jay Dilla himself. And we about to run through some samples, y'all, and we gonna see what we can get on the SP. It's been a minute. It's been a real good minute on this, but I just want to go ahead and hop on this thing and see what we can do, because my man Geno, he wants different styles of boom bap production, you know what I'm saying? And I want to get as close to the essence as I can. And when I was on this machine, I was doing it like a madman. So let's go ahead and look through on Sononym, and let's find some samples real quick. All right. I'm going to pull up Sononym for you guys right here. Let's see. And let's see what we can find real quick. And we're going to get this done. Get this session underway. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear, if y'all can't hear. I know you guys are probably going to slowly cycle in. But we're going to get this done. Let's get it. I think I'm just to start off, since it's been a minute, we're gonna go with something simple like that. I like that, just simple, straight forward to the point, and we're gonna chop this up just so we get, you know what I'm saying, we get back in the game, right? All right, so we're gonna send this over to Ableton. And for you guys who don't know and able to use external devices to send to an external device, which is my sampler, I'm gonna sample this full sample. I'm gonna chop it up, and we're gonna see what we can get out of it. We're just doing these sessions and building all these instrumentals, and we're gonna see all that we can use for future projects, and all that I can just get together, period, for just future instrumentals that might be released in the future, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a slow grind, so let's get it, y'all. Peace, love, and light to y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Let's get it. All right. One thing in Ableton, whenever you put in an audio source, make sure you take the warp off, okay? Every time I throw something in, and I'm thinking, oh, let's get it, let's sample it, and next thing you know, it's all out of whack with the tempo and everything. Is because it's warped to the project tempo, which adjusted itself to 141, but that don't even really matter anyways, because we gonna go to the SP. anyway. So let's get over to there right now. And when y'all filing in, let me know how y'all doing, where y'all from, how y'all day going, man. Hopefully y'all doing well out here, man. It's beautiful, beautiful out this summer for real, man. I can't even complain for real. But let's get this into the hardware. Now, what I'm doing right here, if you let me zoom in for you guys so y'all can see. I want you guys to be able to see everything that I'm doing. So right here on the SP, it has this feature on number 4, on down number 4, where it says that auto trigger level. So basically what you're able to do is you're able to set a threshold for the audio signal that's coming into the SP, and once the signal breaks that threshold, that's when it's going to start recording. I usually set mine to 4, so we're gonna click shift audio trigger, and we're gonna use, oh, it's already auto set already, and it's this third knob that we use right here. Let me zoom out so you guys can see. This third knob right here actually adjusts that auto trigger level, and we're gonna keep it at 4 and hit record so we can just keep it there. And I just want to make sure that we actually got audio coming in here, so let's play this in the Ableton real quick. Actually, as I'm speaking this shit, actually, yep, we're good. Everything is going into the SP right now, so let's get it. You definitely want to actually level match going into any external source. Gain staging is a proper terminology for it. So there's a certain level at which certain devices are like capped at before you a lot of like artifacts and all that start getting added in there. There's a certain signal to noise ratio, just like any hardware, you know what I'm saying? So from like compressors to your samplers here and all that. So right here where it says peak level, whenever I record, I try to keep it at like a sweet spot. It can kind of like dim a little bit at the red, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want it to be peaking all the way. If you do, you're gonna be adding so many different artifacts, and it's just completely it's unnecessary. All of the distortion and all that, you can add all that in later on with this machine, which is perfect. It's perfect for that. This is basically a walk-in guitar pedal. That's all it is. We got everything from EQ, we got everything from distortion, phase, reverb, all you want you can do on this device. But the reason why I love this device, and this was the very first sampler that I learned, was because it's a straightforward workflow. And there's certain ways that people specifically use it, but as you start tailor making it to your likings, you know what I'm saying, it gets so much funner. And I love to use this in conjunction with Ableton as an external send, but I always love chopping on this thing. But without further ado, let's get to it while I'm talking. So we're gonna hit record, gonna go to pad 1, and as you can see, it's already recording because my voice is going to it, and I just want to make sure you guys see that. And we're gonna play back. Gonna go to pad 1, and as you can see, it's already recording because my voice is going to it, as you can see. Let me know if I need to actually turn up the volume of my mic too. I believe it's at a good level, but all right, let's get ready to record into Ableton. Now, one thing I do before actually sending anything to the SP is, like I said, I make sure I gain stage. And what I use in Ableton to gain stage is the limiter, or you can actually use the external device has the controls on it also to do so, but I usually engage the limiter. So I'm gonna read where the peak is at, right here on the SP, the peak meter, I don't know if you guys can see this. The peak meter is right there before knob 3. And I'm going to make sure that it's pretty level. I don't want it peaking too much on the red as we play back this sample. But first, I'm going to turn this down to start off anyways. And as you're gonna hear right there, it was already doing too much. So we're gonna put this limiter before there, and we're also gonna get this off of my audio channel so I can just speak to you freely. Get the limiter back over here real quick. See, and as you can see, it's peaking just slightly. See, right there, that's all right for me. I'm not, such a stickler, but that's good right there. But we're gonna get ready to record this in, and we're gonna start chopping this bug up. Let's get it. We're gonna start chopping this up after I record this in. Let's get it, y'all. All right. Let me collapse this smaller one, and we're gonna bring up the full view of the hardware. Let's get there we go, right there. And we're gonna get rid of that, and let's start chopping up this sample once we record it. Set record, go to pad 2, record, and now my voice is not going to it, so it's in the ready position. And once we have the audio signal break the threshold of the audio trigger level, that's when the sample's going to record. And so I'm gonna keep it right there. All right, let's get it. All right, we got all the sample in here. Now, the cool thing about this SP that I love, you can actually copy chops over to a pad. So I can keep all this information on this one pad, and I can get the region I want and then just instantly copy it over and then trim it. And that's one of the ways I usually would do it. If you don't want to resample, there's different ways, but I'm just going to use the copy method since that's what this machine allows us to do, and it's a feature that I love. So let me get over here. We're going to start chopping, and yeah. Actually, so we can actually close out this camera, and we're going to get over here and we're going to start chopping this record up. Excuse me as I adjust my mic. All right, let's get it. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna find a couple kicks and snares that catch my ear. You know what I'm saying? That's usually where the elements where I chop at on the SP, the kicks and the snares, and then you rearrange from there. So let's get that going. First, I'm gonna delete this pad 1 because that was just clearly voice. And as I said, you can copy it. So we're going to go shift copy that pad over, record. In that instance, the whole sample is there. The whole sample is there in just that instance. But we're going to get ready to chop this up. And I'm going to search through, find the regions that I like, and I'm going to trim. So the way I actually go about chopping on the SP44 is, let me zoom in so you guys can see this. There is a start, end, and level function, start to end. So when you click that start, say I'm going to play this sample, I'm going to click the start, and then I'm going to click it again, and it's going to give you a start and end point. So watch this. So I started on the snare. It's gonna end on the snare. Wait, that didn't go as planned. 1 sec. Hold on 1 sec. Oh, my bad. Now I remember. It's actually the mark function. So you're gonna mark here, and when you click to start to end, you can adjust it on the knobs. So we're gonna click the mark function. So let's get it. As you can see, and what the gate is so basically, as long as you have to keep your hand on the pad for it to play. The moment you relieve your hand off the pad, it's not gonna play. When you take gate off, it's just gonna automatically play it fully through the full chop. But as I said, I'm about to go through here, find a couple of kicks and snares that I like that catch my ear, and we're gonna see what we can do with what we got. So let's get it. All right, I want to get that snare. So as you can see, I click start in level, and I'm adjusting the start point right now. Excuse me as I adjust my camera. This is a start point. All right, let's get that end point. And that's the basic on how you use the start and end point. But I just wanted to get that example out the way. But we're about to seriously start chopping this record up now. Let's get it, y'all. Let me zoom out so you can get a full profile of the SP, and we're gonna see what we can get out of this. I have no idea if I'm gonna use the resample method or if I'm gonna use the sequencer, but we're gonna do what it do. I want to get that snare on the end right there. That's a good turn. All right, we're gonna copy, and so I can just copy each chop over and use the mark function. I'm not trimming any of these just yet. But this is more so just a practice session to show you guys just how to go about chopping on this SP. It's really easy, you know what I'm saying? But let's keep on getting to it. So that's like a second kick right there. I'm just grabbing random stuff right now, but we gonna see what we can get out of this. In a minute, we gonna get it though. Let's well, that's the same shot. Probably get to the end and see what those chops sound like. right there. Hold on. That. Dun, 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 dun. Copy this over a couple times, cause that's this section that I would like. Okay. I'm gonna have to get back on this thing a little more seriously so I don't lose. I haven't been a minute, but hey, it is what it is. It's gonna be a struggle live. Oh well. So now I'm actually gonna trim this one now. So when I click delete, click here on the pad you want to delete and click mark, and it's gonna truncate it. And so everything from the start and the end point that I marked will be all that's left from the actual sample. But let me make sure it's all there. All right, yeah, that's fine. Truncate that. That's already sounding like a little something. And so the beautiful thing about actually just learning on the SP, what you guys won't realize, it makes you learn how to not use the DAW and like use things like RX where you can remove drums. You have to like take on a chopping style to where you're adapting to all that the sample gives you, all the good and the bad, and you work around that, and you start to develop a certain type of chopping style that is famous with Dilla, the way Dilla would chop on the kicks and the snares, and because it damn near forces you to, you know what I'm saying? Because like you have to work around all the hi-hats to kick the snare and all the everything, and you have to make sure these chops gel smoothly, you know what I'm saying? But after this, I could freely take the sample fully within RX and able to remove those actual drums from the sample and then just put my own drums over it as a whole after I get the sequence done. But you know, I'm not to get ahead of myself, but yeah, that's just something cool that you can do. And so basically what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to establish a quick motif. And what a motif is basically just a small repeating phrase or idea in a musical number. And it could be anything. In things such as funk, bass can be a motif, or things like the clavinet can perform a motif, which might be a certain melodic phrase or a harmonic phrase that's just repeating for a certain, throughout the song. It could be every 4 bars, it could be every 2 bars, and it's one of the easiest ways that I've found to form an idea. You know what I'm saying? And the best part about a motif, you can form a motif off just a 2 bar loop. You know what I'm saying? Cause look, this right here, these 2 chops, that's 1 bar. So kick, snare, no, kick, snare, kick, snare. It's half a bar. Let me actually adjust the start and end of this. So I like these 3 chops for sure. So let me actually clean these up. You know what I'm gonna, and the biggest thing that this machine also teaches you is to actually how to trust yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you truncate these samples, it's like no going back, and you just gotta go. You gotta trust yourself. So we're gonna trust ourselves, and we're gonna truncate that. I believe that's a really good shot. Truncate this one. I'm gonna truncate this one. I need to truncate this and make this a lot shorter too. And so when you're micro chopping, also this method on the SP44, especially since we're mainly using the drums as the point of our chops, you want to do kick, snare, kick, snare. That's the formula. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the formulas that Dilla actually used. So kick, snare, kick, snare. So I just need everything from the snare, and I need it to end by that next kick that comes up on the count. So a bar is 4 counts: 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I just need the 2, 1. I need to end it right there. So we gonna truncate right there. Actually, that. All right, I like those. All right, we're gonna keep on searching through here for some good stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna truncate this one. All right, I'm liking the way this sounded so far. Truncate this one. That's a really good chop. Cancel. Oh man. All right, so lastly, I'm gonna just resequence this real quick, and we gonna hear just this small little bit that I did, and we gonna call it a morning because I gotta get ready to get my day started. But I appreciate any and all who are able to just see just a little bit of just how this works. Just what I'm saying. I just wanted a quick one for you guys, but I'm gonna just resample this, and you're gonna hear the full sample. Resample. All right. I don't know, just a little something. I mean, it is what it is. Oh yeah, I think that's it right there. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, let's actually delete this, and we gonna just resample this real quick. All right. You know, yeah. I mean, that's it, man. Just a quick little session on the SP. I'm definitely gonna save this and try to finish it up a little later for you guys, and I'm gonna get back to you. Yeah, I didn't expect it, come out as slightly. I didn't think I was gonna find that many good little snippets in it, but man, basically all I would want you guys to take from this, usually, I mean, I'm not like as fresh as I used to be, but man, listen, this machine, the beauty of this machine that I want to talk to you about. So we're gonna turn this session over a little bit, and I'm just tell you like just the benefits of actually learning the SP 404 that I've noticed, especially since this was the very first machine I worked on. Due to the limitations of it, such as like the pitch being kind of meh, and then even adjusting the BPM, and then all those artifacts being kind of meh. You know what I'm saying? It makes you kind of like just take the sample in its natural state, and what you can do, you can either keep that very tempo of the sample and find those key sections that are just, you know what I'm saying, sticking out, and you can kind of keep the tempo that the sample already grants you, but just rearrange the kick and the snare positions. That's something Dilla would do. So one thing is when you have a sample that has the drums in it that are very prominent, but it also has those melodic elements that are really like sticking out. Like, listen to the kick, listen to where that snare is at, what is following behind it. Pay attention to the bass, pay attention to the melodics that are behind it. And you take these small phrases, you know what I'm saying, and you rearrange and you create your own tempo. If you saw, those chops were barely a quarter of a bar or a half a bar long, and you can rearrange and do some cool stuff like that. I mean, I ain't lay it all the way out, but you know what I'm saying. There it is. You see what I'm saying? It you have to learn to trust yourself on this machine. When you're trimming, there's no going back. I mean, you could keep the overall sample on one pad, which is smart, but like, you learn to trust yourself, you learn to trust your ear, and you learn, you know what I'm saying? You learn to take what the sample gives you. You see what I'm saying? And you just work with that. Another thing you can do, instead of keeping a tempo, you could rearrange the tempo, and you can have the kick boom boom ka, boom boom ka. I know this is going dun 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 dun, but you can do something else. Actually, let me check and see what else. Let me hold 1 sec. Hold. This one's a little too slow, but whatever. But one thing you can do, you can speed up the sample. You can speed up your arrangement. It might be the natural tempo. The chops will be the natural tempo of the sample, but you can play it even faster. Dilla did that, which is something great. But yeah, man, I think that's all I really want to show y'all, man, and just a few things on the SP that mainly just is topping, chopping, and just you know what I'm saying. I'll do some arranging some other time, but I don't have much time throughout the day. You know what I'm saying. I just want to start trying to get these half an hour, 45, close to an hour sessions in, if I can, for you guys. And I just want to say thank you, man. Jay Lamont, Nappy Soul Productions, and we on the SP.